you do when the truth isn't quite enough. They're looking at you, telling you we need to break it up. You need to choose what you do. It's you and me in love. But I'ma make it up to you and show the world I'm a changed man. 'Cause you mean that much to me. I don't wanna be done. I'm doing all that I can. And everybody hates Chris. They can never understand. Can we love, can we love, can we love, can we love, can we love?
As some of you may have guessed, the name of the song was Changed Man, and it was written and sung by Chris Brown and was dedicated to Rihanna, his then girlfriend, as an apology for beating her up back in 2009. The following video will give us an insight on what exactly happened between this celebrity couple.
February 7th, 2009. Two very different sets of photographs tell a dramatic story. Here, in the evening, the couple attending a party for the Grammys. He was 19, she just 20.
I was very happy. We had a blast that night.
Several hours after that, something happened. Another photo. Rihanna, swollen, bruised, battered. She and Brown were in the car on the way home from that Grammy party. He was driving, and over the next 30 minutes, here's what happened. She saw a text message on his cell phone from an old girlfriend. She got angry.
I caught him in a lie, and he wouldn't tell the truth, so I wouldn't drop it. I couldn't take that he kept lying to me, and he couldn't take that I wouldn't drop it. So it escalated into him being violent towards me, and it was ugly.
It says he shoved her against her window, punched her in the left eye. She says in his rage, he kept driving into an LA residential section. As she desperately tried to phone her assistant, he threw the phone out the window.
Police report also says he had you in a headlock, not once but twice, and actually bit you. Once on the left side of your ear and also then bit your fingers. He bit you?
Yep. He had no soul in his eyes, just blank. It wasn't the same person that says, I love you. It was not those, it definitely weren't those eyes. I didn't talk about it to anyone. To no one, not my friends, not my family. I didn't want people looking at me and feeling sorry for me, like there goes the victim. So I felt really lonely. There were times when I cried. There were times when I just sat there all day and watched TV.
Distinctions that might echo back to the ways you cope when you're a child in a troubled home. Something else she had never planned on letting the world know. What she says her father did to her mother.
Was it abusive?
Yes.
Physically?
Yes.
Was she taken to the hospital, to the doctors, that severe?
He broke her nose one time, but she would never go to the hospital. Domestic violence is not something that people want anybody to know, so she just would hide it in the house. I always said to myself, I'm never gonna date somebody like my dad.
Domestic abuse occurs between two people in an intimate relationship or marriage. It happens when one person tries to dominate and control their partner. It can take a form of a physical or emotional abuse, and anyone can be a victim, even people like Rihanna. There are two types of abuses. The first is physical. Abusers often use weapons to injure, endanger, or even murder their partner. In the United States, 3 women are killed by their husband or boyfriends every day. The second is emotional. It includes verbal abuse like calling your partner a slut or an idiot, or isolation in which the victim is not permitted to leave the house, or the use of threats, for instance, saying things like, if you don't obey me, I will kill you. They may also say, if you leave, I'll kill myself, to guilt the partner into staying with him or her. The last is intimidation. Although it sounds bizarre and disturbing, some abusers kill the victim's pets just to show what they are capable of doing. Although many abusers are men or women from all backgrounds can be abusers. The common characteristic of an abuser is that in public they act friendly and loving to their partners. Abusers often have low self-esteem, which drives them to be violent. Many abusers have been abused themselves in the past. According to research, men who as children witnessed their parents' domestic violence are twice as likely to abuse their own wives than sons of non-violent parents.
With the sounds of joy.
Many people wonder why the victims don't leave. A woman I interviewed that was once a victim of domestic abuse explained to me that at one point she believed that she deserved to be abused. Others believe and say things like, "He's just in a bad mood today. I know he or she still loves me." Or, "It was a one-time thing." Some people are financially incapable of leaving. Others believe that they have the responsibility to stay with their partner because they are the only ones who can help him or her. Although we are still children, the issue of domestic violence is still relevant to us. More than 50% of adults who abuse their spouse have abused their children as well. Meaning, if your father abuses your mother or vice versa, you are in grave danger. Also, witnessing violence at home as a child can have a negative effect on your social ability in the future.
Where's dinner?
Well, I thought you'd be home a couple of hours ago, and I put everything away.
What is this? Pizza?
You had just called me. I would have known what
Dinner ready is pizza.
Honey, please don't be so loud. Please don't. Let go of me!
Get in the kitchen!
No!
Do you want to see what hurts? That's what hurts! That's what hurts!
One thing I learned from doing this project is that the reason why the rate of domestic abuse is so high is because victims are unaware that they are being abused, or they deny the fact that they are being abused. From an interview with Miss Bloom, our school counselor, I learned that the most effective prevention is to work as a community. If we sense that people may be being abused, reach out, or if it is one of your peers, report to the counselors. They will make sure to keep the information confidential and deal with the students case by case. They will do what they can do to make sure that your home environment can be as safe as possible, and also advise you on ways to end abusive relationships.